Hey guys, Genji here. This is not one of my normal videos. I don't generally do a whole lot of speedrunning or speedrunning tech, but I was playing around with the AEROMACHINA test flight demo after I finished my last video on it. I did actually manage to find an out-of-bounds technique that I wanted to share with you guys and what I've been able to do with it so far, and then hand it off and maybe you guys can find something more useful to do with it in terms of application for speedrunning. But I have 3 clips here, because it's a little bit difficult. I'm not sure exactly what causes it. I can reproduce it maybe like 60% of the time, but you'll see what I'm talking about here. So you can do this pretty early in the playthrough. The only thing that you really need, well, technically you don't need it, but if you want to do anything useful with this technique, you need the glider wings. Because once you get out of bounds, you're just going to drop straight down, and unless you happen to be over something that's useful, you're just going to fall off the map forever, or you're going to hit like a pool of coolant and maybe respawn. So the glider wings are kind of a necessary tool to glide to somewhere useful. So in this run, I've just speed ran directly to the Varia wings, grabbed them, come back to the hangar, and this is where the out of bounds technique takes place. So you're going to follow the right wall over to the elevator down here on the ground, and you raise the elevator up and then jump underneath it. I'm just showing you here that I only have the Varia wings. So you want to place yourself halfway off of this ledge here so that the gear kind of comes down on your head, and I goofed this the first time, but the second time I think it works here. And normally there's a collider when the elevator comes down that detects that you're under the elevator and it just kills you and respawns you, but in that particular position, it actually bumps you directly, it carries you down with the elevator and pushes you out of bounds. So once you're out of bounds here, there's actually 2 places you can get, well, 3, right? So the first place here I'm going to show you is the path you have to take to get to the afterburner upgrade. And you kind of have to, there's specific places where you have to go to not hit a bounding box and then get stuck. If you try to go directly, like a straight shot from where you've passed through the ground to this area, you'll actually hit the collider for the wall on the outside of the wall, and your player will be stuck. Oh, you will get stuck there. They'll be able to detect that you're immobile, and then it'll respawn you back up in the hangar. So if you come in through that side channel, I don't know why there's no detector there, but you can actually just pass through the wall into that elevator area that's normally past the three bosses in the admin area, and you can pick up the afterburner upgrade. So I just kind of jet around here with it for a bit. So now we're back up with the hangar, so we're going to reproduce the technique, and this time we're going to go past that room, and you'll start to see off in the distance here, that little circle in the distance is the stomp boot upgrade. So if you go straight for where the upgrade's at, you're going to hit a collider on that wall and Bogey will get stuck and you'll be respawned back up in the hangar. But if you aim for the jump pad here, or the stomp pad, you'll actually pass through the wall of the vertical shaft here and allow you to clip directly into that room and go and grab the stomp boots upgrade. I'm forgetting the name of it off the top of my head here. This just quickly recording at 3 a.m. Gear greaves, there we go. And so now you can take the gear greaves and get back up out of here the normal way. And you should cut here. Okay. And this third one, this is what I was this was my first thought to use this for, is because this is outside the door to the boss room. I thought, well, what if we could get through into the boss room and maybe trigger the boss fight without having to do literally any of the other game, without having to go into admin and grab the signal decoder. So you can actually, with the afterburner, you can cut directly into the boss room. Unfortunately, nothing happens until you activate the cutscene on the normal side of the door. So all you can kind of really do in here is glide around, check things out, and then I close this off by flying through the rifts and escape the VR training. So that's it. Maybe you guys can find something more useful for it. That's all I found to do with it so far. So yeah, let me know what you think and what you can do with it.